On a bright summer morning in the meadow, where the grass tickled the sky and the daisies danced with the breeze, there lived a tiny ant named Pip. Pip wasn't the biggest, or the strongest, or even the fastest in his colony, but he was curious. He loved to ask questions, especially the kind that made other ants roll their eyes. Why do we always walk in a line? Why do we carry crumbs that are bigger than us? And why, Pip wondered one day, does no one ever notice us? The older ants would chuckle. Because, little Pip, we're ants. We work quietly. That's what we do. But Pip didn't want to be quiet. He wanted to be seen. One sunny afternoon, while the ants were busy collecting food, Pip looked up and saw a group of animals laughing near the big oak tree, a squirrel, a rabbit, and a bluebird. "Look at those ants," the rabbit giggled. "So tiny. Do they even know what they're doing?" Pip stopped in his tracks. His heart sank a little. That night, while the moon shone softly over the meadow, Pip climbed to the top of an acorn and whispered, "If only they knew how hard we work, maybe they'd understand." Then, a deep rumbling sound echoed across the meadow, boom, boom, boom. Dark clouds rolled in, and soon, the rain came pouring down. The next morning, the meadow was a mess. The river had overflowed, and the animals' homes were flooded with mud and sticks. "Oh no," cried the bluebird. "Our nests. Our food." The ants looked at each other. Without a word, they began to march, single file, steady and strong. Pip led the way. "Come on, everyone. Let's help." They worked together, piece by piece, carrying twigs, leaves, and seeds. They rebuilt the rabbit's tunnel, gathered nuts for the squirrel, and helped the bluebird fix her nest. It took the whole day, and their tiny legs ached, but the meadow began to sparkle again. When the animals saw what the ants had done, they were speechless. The squirrel wiped his eyes. "You saved us." The rabbit whispered, "We didn't know how amazing you were." Pip smiled, his antennae shining in the sunlight. "We're small," he said, "but together, we can do anything." From that day on, whenever the animals looked down and saw a line of ants, they would stop and cheer. "Here's to the ants, the little heroes of the meadow." And Pip. He finally realized that being noticed isn't as important as making a difference. That's the end of today's story. If you liked it, press the like button and subscribe.